our girl dinner. Just kidding, it's 9 a.m. Yes, I am having raw cook. Yes, I'm having raw cookie dough for breakfast because, I don't have it in me to give a shit. I gotta tell you guys. Also, we have a mini fridge in our room, and I put it in there because I ate a couple last night, and I don't fucking have it in me. I'm watching a replay of a queso stream, by the way. Anyways, tonight is my sleep study, and I'm too anxious to call and ask them if I'm allowed to have caffeine. So I tried to Google it, and Google says like 20 different fucking things. Like, some of the stuff says avoid it for several days leading up to the sleep study. Some stuff says the day of, like avoid it the day of. Some stuff says avoid it up to 6 hours before or 3 hours before. So I asked my sister, who schedules, like she does scheduling for a local hospital, so it's like several branches of stuff, and she said they personally don't have restrictions for sleep studies. And then the other person that I talked to that has had one said that they were told to not do anything differently. So there's that. I never finish these. Like, I usually only drink about a quarter to a half, and then Epps ends up finishing them. But bitch, there ain't no way I'm getting through the day without this. There ain't no way. And then I just now was told do everything you normally do at home because they want you to replicate your sleep at home as much as possible. Or at least that's what they were told. That's what my cousin just said. So, we shall see. I ain't making it through the day without caffeine. I did really well not going to sleep last night. And I thought that not going to sleep last night would help me. Like, not falling asleep at like 10 and waking up at like midnight would help me. It did not. I ended up not falling asleep until really late anyways. It doesn't really matter. Oh my god, my energy drink can just popped. And like my soul fucking left my body. And so it's been a couple of hours. And I'm not gonna lie, I did fall asleep. I didn't fall asleep for very long. I don't know how long it was, but it wasn't very long. I am in physical fucking pain from how tired I am right now. How long did I sleep? I'm having hot flashes. I keep being like, why am I having hot flashes? Oh my god. Can you see that? I've now slept a grand total of 4 hours and 20 minutes. I slept for 1 hour and 4 minutes. That sucks. But I at least know that it's not going to screw me out of being able to sleep during the sleep study, because I am in physical pain from how tired I am. I knew it couldn't be that long. I knew it couldn't have been that long because like I slept while Epps was at the gym, and I woke up because he got home and like I heard him come into the bedroom to shower. Listen, I haven't worn makeup. I didn't wear makeup yesterday, did I? I don't know. It's just amazing to me the amount of like mascara that I find around my eyes that I don't know how it got there. I don't know how it got there. If I'm talking very slowed, it's because my brain is very slowed. Oh my god, get a load of my hair. What the fuck? What's really wild right now? It's been like 2 hours I've been fucking off looking online at Christmas presents. I wish that I would have showed you guys my hair before I put it up. I conditioned the shit out of this. I'm kind of hoping between like me just being like an oily person and me having hot flashes that this will be nasty enough for me to bleach tomorrow. But it's been a couple of hours. I showered. I need to put on deodorant. I brushed my teeth. I changed into my jammies. It would be really cool. Like, I don't have to leave for another hour, but it would be really cool if like right when I got there, if they were like, yeah, you can go to sleep right now. I'm so fucking tired, and I'm so excited that I'm tired because I was very, very nervous that I was not going to be able to sleep. My hair, I would love to. It feels so good. It feels so soft, and it just looks wild. It just looks wild because it's thin and curly and frizzy. But listen, I'm going to tell myself that I look exceptionally haggard today because I haven't slept. I slept exactly 4 hours and 20 minutes. Maybe it's that I skipped my skincare for the day. As if one day makes a difference. I'm going to tell myself it's bad lighting. And not that I am finally ascending to a Baba Yaga. What was I going to say? I'm trying to be hyper because I have an hour before I need to leave. And I could actually leave later than that because it's like 5 minutes away. But I'm me, so it doesn't start until 8. But I'm me, so I'm like, oh my God, I have to leave my house at 7:30. I have to be early for everything. I feel like mental illness oftentimes makes people late for everything, and my mental illness makes me fucking early for everything. It makes me early for everything because I'm so anxious that I'm nervous about being late. Like, my appointment with my lung doctor is like literally 5 minutes from my house. With terrible traffic, it's 5 minutes from my house. And I still will leave for like 20-30 minutes early. I'm like, what if something happens? I don't know what's going to happen. I get lost in the hospital, probably because that has happened before. I can't breathe. You know what I keep thinking of? Like, I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to sleep. I will be. Trust me when I say I will be. I'm apparently not supposed to be on my phone whenever, like, I think after a certain hour, I have to turn my phone off and not look at it. But I'm allowed to have a book, so I think I'm going to grab one of these books to look at. You know what I'm really, really worried about? I'm like, oh my God, guys, I have a really bad tendency to get up at between 3 and 5 a.m. and make myself a cheese quesadilla. And the thing is, like, I cannot fucking sleep if I am hungry. Like, I can't sleep if I'm hungry. And I'm like, Googling, are there snacks at sleep studies? I can't sleep if I'm hungry. I think I'm having a wind, honestly. I think I'm having a wind. I just sat on the bed, curled up like a shrimp, looking at fucking Christmas presents for the boys. Kind of flying through the astrals about the fact that I can't figure out how to shut off delivery notices on the Echo Show. Like, you can literally see on there, like, I was in their room earlier, and on the screen, it showed that my hair extensions were delivered today. So I'm going to try like hell to not order things on Amazon. I'm going to try like hell to buy everything in store or like get it somewhere else. I cannot figure out how to hide delivery notices, notifications. There has to be a way. There has to be a way. I mean, there's no way in hell. Ew, was it like a flake of dry skin? Probably. There's no way in hell that I'm like the only parent in the world that is dealing with that. Dealing with the fact that they've got an Echo Show or like some other kind of smart device that like tells on you when you order stuff. There's no way in hell. So, I don't know. Maybe I just need to figure it out a little bit faster. Maybe I just need to figure it out tomorrow before the boys get home from school because low-key, one of his presents is going to be delivered tomorrow. Anyways, I'm getting ready to eat some dinner and then I'm going to go. I just want to get it over with. Actually, I just want to get there and get the fuck to sleep. I'm so tired. But he's not. There's a big ass, fancy ass bathroom. Oh my God, don't look at me. Don't look at me. The electric went off like almost 10 minutes ago, and there's been so much beeping. And I'm really hoping that I don't have to come back and do this again. I have to pee, and I'm hooked up to a bunch of stuff. I have to piss very badly. What the fuck? Oh my God. I brought my hairbrush with me to brush my hair. I need to watch the time. Sometimes I get to yapping and I lose track of time, but I can't do that because I'm outside of an appointment. I'm about to chug a cold ass energy drink in 21-degree weather, but I'm like desperate because usually when I come here, I see the physician's assistant, and she's the one that got, like, she called off today. She left work yesterday and called off today. And when they called me, they were like, why don't you come in and see, like, the main doctor? So I'm like, I feel like a little bit intimidated, a little bit shy. And because I've never met him. But they told me, like, he is a surgeon and he does have a procedure this morning. So, like, be prepared for him to be late. Like, he usually never is more than 30 minutes late, but, like, be prepared for him to be late. So, like, I gotta drink some fucking caffeine. Okay, so last night, I'm laying in bed. I fell asleep at, like, 9:30. Because I asked the guy, I was like, am I gonna, like, ruin anything? Or, like, are you guys gonna miss anything if I fall asleep early? Because I have, like, psychologically and physically tortured myself all day to keep myself awake for this sleep study. And he was like, actually, like, that's all you need to do is just tell us that you want to go to sleep early and I can go ahead and hook you up and we can go ahead and start your test. So, I fell asleep around 9:30. Probably like 11:30 I woke up. I was rolling around, trying to fall back asleep. Pretty close to midnight, the fucking lights started flickering and they were off. Like, the lights in my room were off. The fucking lights started flickering. The camera started freaking out. The TV shut off. And all of a sudden it got black for a minute. And then everything started beeping. And apparently there was a really bad storm. And I didn't know. I think I might have slept through it or something. But the electric went off. And the generator, like, the generator should have kicked on. And we should have just been able to keep going. Like, nothing had happened. Like, we shouldn't have even known. Like, maybe there was, like, a blink of stuff. You know how it is within big fucking expensive-ass hospital generators. But it wasn't coming back on. So a couple minutes later, they come in and they're like, hey. And this alarm, woo, that was from this. This alarm's going off this entire time. The guy comes in and he's like, hey, we don't know why the generator's not turning on. Security knows about this. Like, maintenance knows about this. You can either hang out until 1 and see if the electric's going to come back on, or we can reschedule you. Like, whatever you want to do. But according to, like, you know how, like, electric companies have, like, a little map that, like, shows outages and has, like, an estimation for how long it's going to be whenever the electric comes back on. It was not estimated to come on until 5 a.m. And they're like, we're not going to make everybody wait that late only for it to not come on. So, like, if it's not on by 1, we're just going to let everybody go. But if you want to go ahead and go, you can go ahead and go. I ended up being there until 1 anyway because I was waiting for them to unhook everybody else. And, yeah. I will say they did get 2 hours of sleep data from me, and the guy did tell me that may be enough, but, like, last night they didn't know if anything had even saved because they couldn't get their computers to power on to, like, see if they had lost everything that we had done up until that point. They were panicking. There was, like, medicine in the refrigerator that they needed to get out of there and get into a fridge. Like, it was, like, chaos. So I got to leave. I went home. I got my nightly cheese quesadilla. I kind of panicked a little bit because I had to wash that shit out of my hair. And it was made out to me like it was going to be way harder than it was. Like, it was made out to me like it was going to be, like, way harder to get it out than it was. He was like, just so you know, like, you need to take, like, a super hot shower and just use shampoo. And if it won't come out, like, Dawn will do it. So I, like, preemptively took Dawn upstairs with me. And I was rinsing my hair because I'm on this, like, hot shower kick right now. And the shit came, like, right out. Before I even put shampoo in it, I was like, oh. And I was looking at Epson. I was like, do I want to take a shower tonight? Because it was like 2 a.m. I had to be back up at 6. I was like, do I want to take a shower tonight? Or do I want to take a shower tomorrow? Because both of those sound like shit. Both of those sound like hell. The thought of like having to like dry myself off, I didn't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? Like the thought of having to dry myself off, I did not want to deal with. And then the thought of like having to get up extra early to shower, I also didn't want to deal with. But then I also didn't want to deal with that shit getting all over my pillows. So I just went ahead and took a shower, and now I'm here. Oh my God, so many updates I need to give you guys. So many updates that I need to give you guys. I keep forgetting to like bring it up, and it's bothering me that I keep forgetting to bring it up, but I keep being like, why is my face breaking out? Why am I having hot flashes? Because last month I got my period on the 11th. Like way early. But if my body is gonna do like what it should, which sometimes, a lot of times it doesn't, but maybe it's gonna have a moment where it should do what it's supposed to do, I'd be starting my period in a week. So I just had PMS, and that's probably why like my hot flashes and shit are like ramped up and my face is breaking out, and I'm super more anxious than usual. So it makes sense, because I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Hormones. Stupid. So much shit. So much shit. I was on the phone with D. Like, he called me while I was walking through the parking garage because he spent the night with his grandma last night, and the agreement was she was going to drop him off at school, but he forgot his backpack, and he called me and he was like, Mommy, I'm on my way. And I was like, Bubby, I'm not home and Epps is asleep, so I'm going to have to get a hold of him so that he can wake up and let you into the house. And I'm on the phone with him. I get inside because I'm on the phone with him. People kept like crowding me like in front of me to get on the elevator, and I missed like 5 or 6 elevators. Like I literally was the one that would push the button and people would just like rush past me, and I'm like, I'm not the only one on my phone here. I almost started crying because of it. But like I don't know. And then an alarm started going off, and I was like completely overstimulated. But like the world didn't end, so I guess it's not that bad. Sorry, I have to get under a blanket, even though I kind of remind myself of like a Dalmatian right now, and I don't know why. I have to get under a blanket. I'm very self-conscious. I asked the girl that weighed me to not tell me how much I weigh, and I got on the scale and I closed my eyes, like covered my eyes, and she's like, oh, she said okay, because I do that all the time. Like, don't tell me how much I weigh. Like, if I want to know, I'll weigh myself, right? And she was like, okay. And I like don't want to know because I've been doing really well with like eating and stuff, you know? And she's like, oh, it's okay. You have your boots and your jacket on. I didn't want you to say anything because I didn't want you to trigger me, and you like successfully have. So there's that. So now I'm all self-conscious and hiding under my blanket because I'm overanalyzing myself. But anyway, so I got to my doctor's visit, and I was really, really nervous because I never met the main doctor, like the main head cheese surgeon guy. And he was super nice. I don't know why, for some reason, I was like terrified that he wasn't going to be, but he was like really, really nice. Anyways, I thought going in there that he was just going to look at me and be like, oh, you're just having a harder time breathing because, oh my God, I can't stand to look at myself. I thought he was just going to be like, oh, you're having a harder time breathing because it's wintertime, blah, 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 blah. No. My chest hurts. He was like, I can sit here and I can pump you full of medications and I can adjust your stuff and I can do this, that, and the other. Because I like flat out told him, like, nothing is really helping me. Like, my inhalers aren't helping me. My nebulizer isn't helping me. And he's like, well, I can sit here and like up your dosages and start you on some different stuff. But if that's not the only thing causing like your breathing issues, then it's not going to do anything. Like, it's not going to help you at all. So he has 2 theories. One, he thinks that it could potentially just be my anxiety that is causing me to have a tight chest and not be able to breathe. But my whole thing is like, when I'll just be sitting there just talking, like nothing's going on. I'll just be sitting there talking and I can't breathe. And it's like every time that I walk up and down the stairs or like do even the most minor activity, I can't fucking breathe. So that also brings in his second theory that we're going to be testing, which is that it could be my fucking heart, which I'm so jazzed about that. I have loved I refer to her as a doctor. She's a PA. I have loved her until today. He told me that she never should have started me on oxygen without a sleep study. I brought it up at my first visit with her that like I have a very low heart rate. Like if I just sit here, if I sit still, my heart rate will get down to like 58, 59. If I sit really, really still, and slow my breathing, it'll get down even lower than that. And she was like, not our area of medicine, and like brushed it off. And the doctor was like, we have to look at everything. We have to do a process of elimination for any reason that you can't breathe. And that includes something going on with your heart. And the thing is, like, my grandma has heart issues, and she has to get her heart like shocked. I don't know if that's something that they'll still have to do now that she has a pacemaker, but she would have to get her heart shocked because it would be out of rhythm to like put it in rhythm again. She has AFib or something like that, and that's what he's gonna look at me for. And like, my whole thing with that is like, I'm still relatively young. It is treatable. It's not a death sentence. You can live like my grandma's like 82 years old and she has it. A lot of people don't even develop it until old age. It's not a death sentence, like everything like that. Like if I do have it, at least I can find out, I can get treatment for it and move on with my life. But guys, when I tell you I'm so fucking sick of being sick, I am so sick of just being a fucking genetic nightmare. Like, I'm so over it. Like, I'm so over, like, I honestly, God, thought I was gonna walk in there. Like, one reason that I thought, like, I think that I had, like, a little bit of anxiety about it was I thought he was gonna look at me like I was ridiculous for, like, insisting on seeing somebody instead of, like, waiting until the rescheduled appointment, because it is very common for people with asthma to have trouble this time of year. Like, I thought he was gonna look at me like, okay, you're being a little dramatic, you know? But he was like, no, we need to, like, eliminate, like, other reasons, you know? And I told him, like, I am a very, very extremely anxious person. I do have a lot of anxiety. And he's like, I know, like, I can see all of your records. Like, I know. But I don't know. It just feels like it's more than that. But could it be that deep? Or could it be, like, that simple because of how stressed I've been? I don't know. But I need to sleep because I feel like I'm going to cry if I don't. Because it's been, like, 2 days of me not sleeping very much. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about it too much because, like, what can you do? And honestly, no amount of worrying is going to change it. Like, whatever is going to happen, if it's already there, it's already there. And me worrying about it is not going to change it. So it's just going to be what it is. And if I do have something going on, then I'm just going to take my medicine and go to my doctor, just like I do with everything else. I also called to reschedule my sleep lab. I called and I was like, hi, I was one of the ones, because there was 4 of us. I was like, hi, I was one of the ones there last night when the electric went out. And she's like, oh, we're still trying to retrieve everything from last night so it can reset itself so we can schedule you. And I was like, oh. And she's like, we'll call you and let you know when we get a hold of everything, and we'll call you and reschedule you. And then they called me to schedule me for the echo thing, the echocardiogram, or whatever it is, thing, and they can't get me in until February. But I have to do this, like, home breathing test for, like, a week and a half, and then go back in early January and talk to him about the results. So I'm just kind of sick of it. Like, I don't want to think about it. I just want to go to sleep. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to sleep, look forward to tomorrow because Epps doesn't have to work, and let go of control, because, like, I can't do anything about this. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.